We made it. Episode 3.
4? 3.
3.
3? Man.
Yeah. Well, we did like a prep video
Oh, okay.
to prime people. We've been doing videos a while.
It feels like we've been doing this longer than it really has been.
Yeah.
Which, quality-wise, I'm pretty sure it's probably, obvious that we haven't been doing this very long. But, yeah, we're going to keep hammering away at these things, I think. And, just see what becomes of it and maybe try and generate some interest in the community and talk a little more about what we do. And,
keep on
throwing
keeping on.
Keep throwing it till it sticks, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Anyway, so how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm good. Dead week leading up to Thanksgiving, but
Right.
that's okay. We don't have any classes scheduled this week, but we're planning to sort of hit things pretty hard coming in after Thanksgiving.
Right. So this week,
Okay.
we are keeping our open Makerspace hours through Wednesday, yeah?
Yep.
And then Thursday will be closed, obviously, for the Thanksgiving holiday, and we won't open again until
The following Monday.
So, it's a pretty slow week. Hopefully some of our active members are in and out this week to keep us busy. But, pretty slow week. I know we kind of discussed leading up to this, wanting to maybe talk about some things that we were thankful for, and with the Thanksgiving holiday coming up, and hopefully everybody's getting time to spend at home with family and enjoy the cold that's set upon us. Find some good indoor in-home activities. And so that's just a little bit of, I think, what we kind of want to talk about. But
Yeah.
Anyway, so coming up this week we're dead, but then the following week.
Right. Well, this week we're spending a lot of time prepping for some of the small business Friday and Saturday type things that are going on, and some of the after Thanksgiving stuff. So we've got these make and take kits that will be for sale at Artsbridge's Shop Small Friday and Saturday. That is on Market Street in Parkersburg from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We'll have these little 3D printed reindeer kits that we talked about last week. We'll be bringing this guy down to try and sell it. This is pretty cool. This is going to wind up being the still, and it's going to be covering my head. I don't know, I picture it that way.
Yeah, this is a really cool event that one of our content experts was putting some stained glass of his into, and kind of connected the dots for us. And
You'll have some photography.
Yeah, I spent a little bit of last week just going through frames and prints that I already had, and revisiting some images, and getting some stuff together to put some of my own work out there. It's a really cool event. I'm not sure how many artists will eventually be involved when all is set up and done, but really cool idea that the Artsbridge is putting on, trying to kind of help a lot of the people out here who I know are probably struggling more than some when you make a living at conventions or selling your own artwork, selling crafts, selling things that you create and make. It's definitely changed a lot, I think, under the current dynamics. So events like this I feel like are really important.
And with Christmas kind of being different this year, there's really not a better time to go out to something like this and support somebody local, but also to pick up that perfect gift that you can't find on Amazon
or in Walmart or at a Target, something that's uniquely itself, for sure.
Yeah.
I love that sort of stuff, and so it's really cool. Just in the interest of being grateful for things I'm thankful personally that by being here and stuff that's an opportunity that's available to me. That's
Sure.
something that was brought on my radar soon enough for me to get some stuff together. So it's just really cool that other things like that happen in the community. And what are some other organizations you think play a really big role in what we do, that we work with?
Well, there's the Parkersburg Arts Center, and we'll actually have a Christmas tree. Artist-inspired Christmas tree. They do this every year, and there's going to be a bunch of different trees. Ours was inspired by the artist Nick Cave, not the musician Nick Cave. So if you have a second, and you're bored on the internet, you want to check out some cool art, go ahead and look up Nick Cave and his sound suits. They're absolutely
they're
wild looking. But most of his stuff speaks to race relations and things like that. And the tree we did was kind of inspired by his sound suits. It is this horrifying kind of looking humanoid Christmas tree, but really cool to look at. And so if you're down in Parkersburg the next couple of weeks, I think they'll be on display after Thanksgiving. So if you're down in the area, stop by the Parkersburg Art Center, check out the artist trees, check out ours.
It's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, next week we never really got around to what the following week is. So we'll open back up the Monday after Thanksgiving, and I think we're pretty.
So we have just open hours on that
point.
Monday, but then on that Tuesday we've got our open which we already have a couple people signed up for. We have a few slots still open on that, but we try to run classes small, one for individual attention, and two because during COVID it's not responsible for us to have these really close big classes. So those of you who are COVID conscious, it'll be okay. Wear a mask, come in, we'll keep your distance with everybody.
We've got a lot of space here.
Sure,
to facilitate things with some distance.
We have the open and then the Wednesday we have if you want to make some simple holiday stockings, you kind of have your choice of fabric on that stuff. So like I know we showed some of those last week. Those were really cool. And then we're doing a intro to laser cutting that Wednesday. And we also have 3D printing on Thursday. Just open hours on Friday. And then on Saturday, we've got back-to-back Cricut 101 and 102 classes. So you can learn the basics of a vinyl cutter if you already know the basics.
Right. Or if you have your own machine, you bring your own machine and learn how to operate it on your own system so that when you go home, there's no difference.
So we have that's
always been one of our more popular classes. When I first joined us back in January last year, it felt like we're gaining a lot of momentum before COVID. But that was always one of our more popular classes. Those machines are just so versatile and like have so many different applications that like once you understand how to manipulate the design software, you can make so many customized things and stickers and cuts fabrics and more dense mat board. Card stocks. That's actually something. It sounds like Anne's going to be busy the beginning of next week with a lot of sewing classes. Hopefully, a lot of good gift ideas, a lot of good holiday prep decorations, that sort of thing. It's really cool. But her and I were talking this weekend about Cricuts and in the interest of maybe our take and make stuff. Doing like greeting card things. I don't know if that's something that people in the community would be interested in, but like selling prepackaged like 6 greeting cards with the various themed cutouts, be it like a floral theme or a more like butterflies or whatever specific, but have a few different variations and like just have available for purchase like a 6-pack of customizable where you could just glue and make and create from the pieces cut from a Cricut if you don't have a Cricut. Like just little ideas like that, but it's just a super versatile machine. Like I said, it used to be a really popular class before things kind of slowed down a little bit, but anyway.
Well, it's a perfect machine for just making Christmas gifts for people. Like the kind of possibilities are endless, and so we're offering the beginner class and the intermediate class kind of on that same Saturday, so that if people want to come take them back to back and just really learn the ins and outs of Cricut.
Some like I said, it was pretty popular. So anyone who's already taken the Cricut class and wants to come take the more advanced, the 200 class, that kind of thing would be really cool. But we have such a good selection of vinyl too. Like just stickers alone, like the things you can make on that are really cool.
Car decals,
cutting out for like our Bane face mask on the wall there. Just really cool applications for sure.
Absolutely. And then you have you have your DSLR class. For those of you who don't know what DSLR is, it is do we know what DSLR stands for?
SLR stands for single lens reflex, right?
Okay.
And so that's like the basis of most modern cameras, like film cameras, like our SLRs with interchangeable lenses.
So the D is digital, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and that D just adds the digital to the component, which has made it's available. I mean, everyone has a camera. I mean, even if you like just reach in your pocket and pull out your phone, you've got probably a better camera than a professional photographer had 10 years ago. But yeah,
Right.
so DSLR. So anyway, yeah, that class is just sort of a basic introduction to exposure, sort of some film concepts for, well, basically the basis of photography, and then kind of helping you understand how to operate and manipulate your machine, your DSLR, to
Cool.
to get the images you want to get. Or really, in a general sense, that class is. We can come talk about anything camera related that you want to. Like if you already have an understanding of DSLR, we can always kind of gear it to whatever you're more interested in.
Cool.
But yeah, so hopefully have something to do next Saturday maybe. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then Anne's running her grapevine wreath class that Saturday. So it's a big wreath for your door, decorated with all the sorts of holiday decorations that you want. If you have something else in mind, we can decorate it differently. I mean,
Right, and if you have specific like ribbons or specific things that you already craft a little like that you have in mind for something, you can always bring those in. But I know Anne's got a huge variety of options down there as far as different ribbons and floral. Floral, I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know, fake flowers, I guess. Yeah.
Fake flowers. We'll go with that.
But like, like lots of great things to decorate wreaths. I mean, 'tis the season, right?
Yep. And then like the weeks following that, go ahead and check out our calendar if you want. We'll again link it in the video, but most of the other stuff throughout the rest of the month, it'll be packed with classes, and most of them will be geared towards making gifts for people. If you want to do something for yourself, we won't tell. You can do that too. If there's not a class that is offered that you want, shoot me an email, give us a call, stop in during our open maker hours.
Right. And as always, like we're here, like if you have a gift in mind that you want to make and you have no idea where to begin, Jared and I are usually pretty good at helping you figure out how to get there and how we might be able to help that process. Like, so, I mean, I'd love to be making Christmas gifts or helping people make Christmas gifts for other people. I know, like we kind of brushed on a little bit. Like it's, a lot of people are struggling out there right now, and it's it may be a good Christmas to kind of remember what it's all about and just enjoy family and and the appreciation that can come from a handmade gift, from something that someone put their time and energy into making with a specific person in mind. Probably going to be more appreciated, I think, in a general sense than anything you're going to be out buying at a superstore on Black Friday.
Well, I know that for me this year, a lot of what I've been doing. One, a lot of people there are going to be like, I don't have time to make gifts for people. So I'm kind of one of those people this year. So my approach to it has been more personalization, and like there's really nothing that our like laser cutter engraver can't do as far as like
no interest, no idea, no name, no lettering, no phrase, you can put anything on anything with that laser. It's wild. Like you guys, you and Maddie were down there this week engraving on tile, engraving on ceramic tile.
Yeah,
and, like that's pretty cool. Like
Dungeons and
Dungeons
and Dragons themed stuff on tiles. Because we're all big nerds here, but that's okay.
Speaking of nerds and our nerd projects, when I came in this morning, I saw it and I thought, oh, man, that looks really great. And I asked Jared about how the Venus de Milo was coming out, and the fun thing about it is, and this is something that I, in the interest of keeping it in the theme of thanks and gratitude, like I'm grateful for like you as a human being and just how scatteredly driven you are, like how you would just say yes to anything that anyone asks of you that is within your realm of capabilities, and like so a lot of the times you're running around with like a million different pots on the stove. And so anyway, what happened with the Venus de Milo, which looks really great right now in her two parts, all
right. So one of the things that I feel like keeps people from making is the fact that a lot of people are afraid to make mistakes.
Right.
And people who are content experts here, I kind of include myself in that realm. Like, I don't want people to ever watch our videos, like our very polished videos where like we make dominoes or like do educational stuff and we edit out all this stuff.
Right.
I don't want people
Like,
to watch
man, that
those
looks
things.
so smooth. They made it look
Yeah.
so easy. Like,
That like we're free of mistakes here.
Right.
So this is what happened with Venus de Milo. You can see that we got a nice bottom half here. We got a nice top half here, and I might have forgotten to scale down the top half of Venus de Milo. So now, now she's a bit loaded on
right.
top.
But now we have you have a usable top and or bottom extra. You know,
Yeah.
We can finally scale to.
So if I want to make a full size one, I've got a full size upper bust, and then.
Yeah, but just cool projects. That's something one of our content experts was interested in making, painting, creating. I don't know, and so yeah, you guys have been working on that this week, among a bunch of other things. Just trying to keep busy, trying to keep creative.
And, you know, I used to get mad when I made mistakes like that, but like.
My favorite piece of furniture I've ever built has one of the worst mistakes I've ever made woodworking, and yeah, like it's still one of my favorite things I've built. You know, and it's like that.
Yeah.
That's that thing that holds people up. I think you know a lot is that fear of just screwing things up. But I don't know. Some of the best lessons I think we learn when we screw stuff up the worst. You know.
Well.
But there's learning opportunities.
And aside from like basic safety stuff, like ruining a piece, the stakes are pretty low.
Right.
So start with inexpensive materials. Certainly, as far as expense goes, screwing up with 3D printing filament is not that big of a deal. As far as
Right.
things go,
A wrong cut if you're working with like some like exotic hardwood, like that can be pretty devastating.
yeah. Start with something easy.
But yeah, like work with, build some stuff out of pine and we'll move up from there, like that's a good place to start if you're just starting out. But yeah,
Sure.
like definitely mistakes, they lessen as you continue to learn from them. So it's always good. But I don't even think this was so much a mistake, just as a slight oversight in your task saturatedness, which I admire, and just how well
Thanks.
you juggle. But anyway,
well,
I don't know what else we got.
in the spirit of thanks, I mean, I really appreciate you, especially your help with some of the video stuff that's been going on, and just kind of helping me run with that.
Yeah, that's
Had some good reach.
that was another idea I had on the way in. To work this morning was just kind of asking like the audience, asking anyone who is watching, anyone who happens to come across these, what are some classes, some like things, some projects, some subject matter, like whether it's in the realm of photography or related to the crickets or fine art or sewing. What are some things that you'd like to see that we can kind of start working on? Because I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to kind of dive back into some stuff that's always been of interest to me, that I've kind of always dabbled in my creative background, creative life. But to really kind of dive back into it in the 21st century, when we've got like the ease of technology, when I don't have to have 15 chords to like get what I filmed to somewhere where I can edit it or whatever, where the process has changed a lot. And so like I kind of want to just, if you made it this far, and you want to like drop some ideas, some comments, some things you'd like to see, I'd love to really like get to making some more videos, some more content. It just feels like the relevant thing to do when we're still kind of in all these uncertain times,
Sure.
Finding ways to make use of our resources and our knowledge base and our experts' knowledge bases, and to just try and bring more and more things to the community, and just inspire people to, create for themselves and not be afraid to make those mistakes and
Sure.
learn from them.
Well, and there's, as much as we say, we'll keep you separated here, we'll be as safe as possible. There is really no substitute for just like social distancing
Right.
and things like that. And there's a lot of people who that's their attitude right now, and that's fine.
Right, and I know
So the content we offer, that's stuff you can do at home.
For sure. And kind of also back into the interest of gratitude, like I know there's probably a lot of people whose Thanksgiving plans have changed, and I just would say, like, try not to let that discourage you. Enjoy being present. Like, enjoy this time. Like, enjoy the time off. Enjoy the time with family. Even if it's not the big gatherings that you'd planned for. At the end of the day, it's probably a wiser decision to err on the side of caution when it comes to keeping grandma and grandpa safe. And yeah, so like there's still a lot to be grateful for, I think. And yeah, I just hope everybody enjoys their holiday weekend and yeah, finds their way back in here next week and make something with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Expect probably sometime this week. Expect some new, if not how-to content, some maker content of just like us showing a process or whatever. If you haven't checked it out on our channel, we've got this little video montage of putting together these double nine dominoes. And if you follow us on Facebook, like that post, share that post, and comment on that post, that gets you a total of 4 entries in a drawing we'll be doing on December 1st for this box. We'll be accepting submissions up until midnight, or 11:59, I guess, on the last day of November. So yeah, if you haven't entered, feel free to do so. Drop us a line in the comments about projects you'd like to see, or just give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. You guys have an awesome week. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Make something.